What's up, everybody? My name is Godzi, and welcome back to another episode of Corpse Party Sweet Sachiko's Hysteric Birthday Bash. Last episode, we began Chapter 4, and it's fucking weird so far. Every chapter's been weird, but this one's been especially weird. Well, it's hard to say which one's most weird. This one's just taking a different approach to how it's going to be weird. And I guess that's just the theme for each chapter, but either way, sorry for not uploading this the other day. I know this is a series I've been very inconsistent with. We'd probably be at like episode 15 or something by now if I'd actually been consistent. But the other day, I probably wouldn't have time to record this video anyways. But I had to work on a presentation, so I had to stay on campus after school, and I was reading all morning. So I didn't get home till like nearly 6, and I was too tired to bother recording, so I just ate tortellini and went to bed. Well, that's not entirely true. I ate dinner and then it was too late to record anyways, so. But either way, yeah, we're back. And Ayumi's going fucking crazy, so. Do we corner ourselves or book it? We book it. Let's head for the exit. Okay. The two of them passed by the door to the music room and made a beeline for the building's sole outside exit. Unfortunately, with a collapsed shelf blocking the path, the hallway proved impassable. Oh yeah, that's right. It was like that, wasn't it? Oops, we're dead. Naomi, lend me a hand, okay? Sure. Working together, they managed to lift and move the shelf out of the way. Oh. But Ayumi wasn't far behind. So Naomi and Satoshi simply weren't fast enough. Gotcha! Ayumi leaped at Satoshi like a wild animal. Ah! Satoshi reflexively twisted his body to avoid her pounce. And it worked. She flew past him and right down a massive hole in the floor. Bye! Shinozaki! Class rep! Instincts took over and both Satoshi and Naomi managed to snag one of Ayumi's hands as she flew past, keeping her from plummeting to certain doom. Yeah! On the count of 3, we pull her up. Don't let go of her hand. The two of them did indeed manage to pull Ayumi back up onto solid ground. Thank goodness. Before he knew it, Satoshi was hugging Ayumi. Ah, sorry. Realizing what he was doing, he immediately dropped his hands. Oof. Ayumi twisted her face, then shook her head as if she were shaking off whatever had come over her. Shinozaki? Huh? Mochida? She looked quizzically at Mochida, with eyes like those of someone who'd just awoken from a nightmare. Are you back with us now? Huh? What do you mean? You don't remember? She seems to have come back to her senses. Thank goodness. Satoshi and Naomi met one another's gaze for a moment. That was a side of Ayumi they'd never imagined could exist before. Oh yeah, that's right. They had no idea. Well, there were certainly some twists and turns in there, but it looks like you're all back with us now. And there's nothing wrong with having a little bit of fun. It's nice to see everybody enjoying themselves. However, you do understand the goal of this challenge, right? The three of them were taken aback. They'd gotten so caught up in the hunt, the end goal of the beach flag competition had totally slipped their minds. That's right. Acting as quickly as she could manage, Naomi pounced upon Satoshi, swiping the crown from his head in one quick movement. Got your crown! Yeah! Ayumi thought the same thing, albeit a moment later. She leaped at Satoshi and tore off his cloak. Whoa? As it was being stripped from his body, Satoshi spun in place dramatically. Got it! Naomi, Ayumi, congratulations on your successful captures. Now, let's see how the remaining 3 fare. After a short wait, the pitter-patter of frantically approaching feet became audible. Hey, brother, there you are! Phew, finally caught up with you. I think we really went on a circuit through the entire school. Yuka and Miss Yui approached Satoshi calmly, as if trying to edge closer to a deer. Man, how does a beach flag run away anyway? That's just bad form. Sorry, but you guys were scary. Honestly. Yeah! Miss Yui and Yuka each took one of Satoshi's boots off of his feet. Miss Shishido, Dukes, congrats! That was exhausting. I can barely stay standing. So it's all the flags taken? You lose. As if on cue, Toko finally made her way in through the building's entrance. I'm afraid Toko is the only one left, and has thus been knocked out of the game. Toko looked only very slightly taken aback by this. And as a penalty to her first dropout, Toko shot a dirty look over at Sachiko, obviously putting on a brave facade. This was belied, however, by the excessive shaking in both her arms and legs. You get to sit out the next round. What? Sorry to say, Toko, but you don't get to participate in round 2. You basically lost the turn. So your appeal time is going to be shortened, I'm sad to say. Going to make things much tougher for you. Wow, so that's it? Here I was imagining all the horrible things that might happen to me. She immediately fell to her knees on the spot after hearing this, perhaps out of sheer relief. You okay? Satoshi seemed to think, why do you still have your crown and cloak, dude? Satoshi seemed to think it was something more serious, so he rushed over to her side to check on her. She flashed him with a stiff smile. Yeah, I'm just relieved. There were all kinds of thoughts going through my head. Thoughts of how I might be tortured for losing this game. Guess this really is a fun culture festival after all. Yeah, seems like it. Except when Ayumi went crazy. Well, that's just commonplace. Toko glanced over at Satoshi and saw the gentle look in his eyes. Immediately, she turned away, and realized her face had gone red. But what the hell? Why is he being so nice to me? And why am I blushing? God, what is wrong with me? Toko shunted, that's a word apparently, these new feelings deep down, unwilling to even entertain them. No! Every time I trust a guy, he betrays me. He always shows his true nature in the end. Maybe, though, I can trust that smile. The girls, having completed the first round of this challenge, were all breathing rather raggedly. They were visibly exhausted to the point of collapse. Well, that sure was a heated first round, wasn't it? What did you think, Sachiko? I want to see more. Of course you do. Well, you heard the lady, and she's our star today, so let's all give this everything we've got, people. Okay, so what bullshit are you doing now? Time for the second challenge. Its setting will be, drumroll please. Where the fuck that come from? Where's that stupid ass drum? Everybody's favoriteest place in the world, the school nurse's office. What the fuck are you gonna do there? Oh, now he's of course appropriately terrified by that. The nurse's office? No. That place has such a bad feeling to it. Naomi, are you okay? Yeah, just a little uneasy, because I feel like something really bad happened to me in the nurse's office. Oh, well, if you don't think you can do it, you can always forfeit and sit this round out, right? I guess. It's just... Sachiko, today is a fun culture festival, right? Can you confirm there won't be anything scary? Sure. You have your friends by your side here, and if anything does happen, I swear I will protect you, with my pocket staff. Why the fuck do you have a pocket staff? Don't ask questions you're not prepared to handle the answers to, Naomi. Satoshi. I can't trust her, but she said what she wants to see is a harem romance, so nothing horrifying is too likely to happen, I don't think. Define horrifying. There's a kiss with Satoshi writing on this, so no, you're getting it wrong, Naomi. It's a conversation. What's the matter, Naomi? Your face is bright red. Do you have a fever? I'm fine. I don't have a fever. Okay, well, that's good. No matter what happens, you're always so kind to everyone, Satoshi. Alright, people, let's get moving. Infirmaries are places of healing, but they're also dream places for two lovers to sneak off to when they're looking to get in a little hanky-panky. You're in middle school. What the... Why do you... What the fuck happens in your middle school? What the shit? How gallantly can you serve our fair Satoshi? Will you be able to heal his heart? Let's get to appealing, people. The judge for this round will of course be Sachiko. Now, you four angels of healing, get to your places. As the door to the infirmary was opened, the first, and really only, thing that caught Satoshi's eye was the line of fabulous girls in white. Oh. Of course, they're pulling more freaking bullshit. Wow! Satoshi couldn't help but stare, despite himself. Oh man, you were all looking nice! First up, we have Naomi in an adorable nurse's uniform. She's like an angel from above. Her white miniskirt and black knee socks truly are sexy, aren't they? And that little patch of white skin you can see between the top of the black knee socks and the hem of the white skirt, it's magical. Naomi was wearing a cosplay nurse outfit with a miniskirt that seemed to hang down to only about 20 centimeters above the knee, along with black knee socks. She was looking down at the floor, blushing furiously. She kept tugging at the hem of her skirt, trying to hide her thighs, but it was a futile effort. Next up, Ayumina! For her, the miniskirt and knee sock look is practically heresy. She's all about the real deal, neat and tidy, and all nurse. As described, Ayumi was wearing an old-fashioned knee-length nurse's outfit, yet she still looked horribly embarrassed to be seen in it. Next up, we have Miss Shishido, the teacher in white. She's supposed to teach English, but instead she's taking the role of doctor, or maybe she's giving a lesson in chemistry. Yeah, great line. I'm sure you're proud of that. And she's wearing not just a miniskirt, but a tight one. Ooh la la. I hate how I've given like 4 characters throughout this whole game. Only slight variations of that voice. Miss Yui was wearing a blouse and a tight miniskirt, but with a white doctor's gown draped over top. Wearing a doctor's gown makes me feel all strict and serious. And finally, we've got the Lolita. With a pink nurse's uniform and white tights, it's good old Ukes. Does it look good on me? The pink nurse's uniform somehow made Yuka look even younger. Somehow. No matter what she does, she looks like 8. And with that, the second round of challenges shall now officially begin. What the fuck would the challenge even be? Oh, who can fucking clean his elbows with iodine the fastest? Like, great job. The second round is called... Let's get healed! The Forbidden Infirmary. That still doesn't tell me anything. You're all going to cure what ails poor Satoshi using your love power. Oh, okay. And you'll be doing it 1 by 1 and 1-on-1. You'll be given 2 scores in the categories of nursing and love, each worth 10 points max. And it's those points that you'll all be competing for. But beware, whoever gets the lowest score has to sit the next round out, so do your best not to be the runt of the litter. Now, everyone draw a ticket. Each ticket has a number on it. When she said the word ticket, she held up what she had in her hand, which was a small stack of Sachiko Ever After paper dolls, naturally. Ticket? Looks like the numbers are written right on the heads. Just beware, the number you get is going to have a direct effect on the challenge you're given, changing up your appeal. Ah, okay. Satsuki took out a box and stuffed the tickets into it, mixing them up a little for a good measure. Each of the girls then slowly, hesitantly reached into it and drew one of the paper dolls. Okay, you all should have a number now. So who's number 1? This is a quick guess. Yuka. Fuck. I'm bad at this. That would be me. Being the first contestant means you'll serve as a model for everyone else. For this challenge, we'll be using the dummy doll. Dummy doll? The doll that's used for CPR practice and all that. Where the fuck was this thing? I don't think that was in the game at all. Oh, that mannequin-like thing. Those things are fucking weird. Frickin' 10th grade health class flashbacks, but it's just the torso and head. Ah! Sachiko is going to inflict various ailments on the dummy doll, and it will be your jobs as nurses to observe its symptoms and issue a proper treatment. So think of the dummy doll as if it were Satoshi, and treat it with the utmost care. Especially since you only have 5 minutes to deal with whatever afflicts it, and if you don't take care of it in time, what happens? Satoshi starts to slowly develop the same symptoms. Uh-oh. So everybody, be sure to give this your all. Excuse me? Why? It's not like we're gonna give it the coronavirus or anything. No, that's not what I'm worried about. Okay, Satoshi, you'll be stationed by the dummy doll. Naomi, you come over here too. Ready? Sachiko, we beg of you, do your thing. No, this voice fucking perfectly fits Satsuki, never mind. Sachiko sleepily nodded her head and snapped her fingers. Huh? Eek! Uh-oh. What the hell? Its stomach is split wide open! Ooh, so you have 5 minutes until he is forced to commit seppuku. Great job. The dummy's stomach had been torn to shreds, with its bloody internal organs jutting out from the wound every which way. Okay, now me administer the treatment. And remember to do it with some sexy appeal. What treatment? Ibuprofen. Duh. Isn't there a lighter ailment you could have given me? The dummy's blood loss was out of control. Naomi had no idea how to stop it, nor even if she possibly could. The pool of blood surrounding the doll just kept growing and growing. Ugh. Satoshi, your stomach! It's getting all bloody. Okay, that's the 30-second mark. If you don't hurry, Satoshi's belly is gonna get real messy. I know, damn it! Naomi did her best to gather up all the guts that had spilled out the gaping wound. Christ. She then stuffed them back into the dummy doll, carefully but hurriedly. The thick stench of blood was unavoidable. It hung in the air all around. No, I can't. No matter how much I try, I can't keep the stomach closed. The guts just keep spilling out. Put him on his back. Christ. Naomi stood up and looked over at the desk. She grabbed something off of it, then turned to face the bed. Yanking the sheets off the bed, she focused her strength and tore into them with surprisingly little effort. She seems to have an idea, folks. What kind of treatment will it be? Should be fun to find out. Naomi knelt beside the dummy. Oh, it is on its back then. Okay, Christ. Ah! The item she grabbed from the desk was a stapler. And she was now using it to staple shut the wound in the dummy's stomach. It wasn't needle and thread, I had to improvise. And I once saw something about sealing a wound with a medical use stapler. I think they called it a skin stapler. Yeah, they do that, but like, I'm sure that's probably a paper stapler. This is, of course, just a regular stapler. Oh, Naomi, you're quite knowledgeable, aren't you? And to have decided on such short notice to attempt a stapler treatment is also pretty impressive. Satoshi, are you okay? The bloodstain on Satoshi's stomach was bigger now. Naomi wrapped up the dummy's lower body with the strips of sheet she prepared. Should have been enough, right? So heal Satoshi already. Well, Sachiko, what do you think? That was funny! She snapped her fingers. Satoshi! Satoshi's clothes no longer even had a single speck of blood on them. How's your stomach? Naomi hurriedly pulled up Satoshi's shirt to check. Whoa! Why that sound again? Satoshi's stomach was smooth as silk. There wasn't a single cut to be found anywhere. Whew. Thank goodness. He seems fine. Naomi? That kind of tickles. Naomi only then realized she'd been rubbing Satoshi's tummy this whole time. Ah! Her face immediately turned beet red and she threw her hands back. I was just worried about you, okay? Naomi tried to hide her embarrassment by making a humph face. But this wasn't particularly effective, since in the next moment she suddenly burst into tears. I did everything I could for Satoshi, but I wasn't sure of my decisions even once along the way. I'm so glad I made it in time. Seeing Naomi's tears, Satoshi gently laid his hand upon her head. But you can't see it, you have to imagine it. It had to have been pretty panic-inducing, but I'm okay, see? Thank you. Satoshi gently caressed her head. With tears continuing to stream down her face, Naomi thrust her head onto Satoshi's chest, desperate for his warmth and comforting touch. Hehe, that sure looks like fun to me. Just so you know, today's a party, so no matter how somebody dies, it's all gonna get reset in the end, so don't worry too much about this kind of thing. Now it's time to assign points. We'll start with the nursing score. Sachiko raised a small sign with a number on it. Aha, so that's 8 points out of a possible 10. That's a pretty good score if I do say so myself. How did you decide on an 8, if I may ask? She handled the guts that were spooshing out of his wound really well. Then on top of that, she thought of the stapler and actually put her plan into action, which was pretty cool. I was panicked. I had to do something. So how about the lovey-dovey score? What did she get on that? Sachiko raised the same small sign. Aha! More high marks with another 8. I bet it's because when Satoshi was miraculously brought back from the brink, Naomi broke down, tears pouring from her eyes. Enter into that Satoshi, who gently stroked her hair and comforted her, and I'd say a score of 8 is very well justified here. That makes a total score of 16 out of 20. I predict this will be a high water mark for the whole competition. Next contestant, who has number 2? Alright, big brain guess, Shishido. Yeah! I do. Oh, what horrors await poor Satoshi now, I wonder? Huh? I'm going to be put through that kind of thing again? Well, this is a harem, so a little pain is part of the deal. You'll just have to endure. A little pain? My insides were about ready to spill out of my body. Sachiko, we beg of you. With another sweepy nod and snap of her fingers, the next game had begun. Is that the Nintendo Switch sound effect? It seriously sounded like one. The doll's face is turning red. Miss Yui put her hand on the doll's forehead. He has a tremendous fever. Tisk tisk. This is a harem challenge. You have to touch your forehead to his. I could never. Not with a student. Miss Yui carefully carried the dummy over to the bed, where she'd be able to nurse it back to health more effectively. Ugh, my head hurts. Just as with the dummy, Satoshi's face began to get redder and redder by the second. Hang in there, Mochida. All I have to do is nurse this dummy back to health and you'll be good as new, right? I just wish I had some ice, or an ice pack or something. Miss Yui rested her hand softly on the dummy's forehead. Oh no, his fever keeps going up. This feels like it's getting close to 40 Celsius. I don't know how much that is Fahrenheit, but I imagine it's a fuck ton. He's not going to make it at this rate. Mochida must really be suffering. Come to think of it, our roles were reversed recently, weren't they? You were the one nursing me back to health. Satoshi smiled. That wasn't nursing. All I did was make you rice porridge. No, I mean you did, but that wasn't all. You were there when I opened my eyes, Mochida, which made me very happy. Huh? Think about it. I live by myself, right? I mean, I have Monet, sure, but he's little comfort when I'm sick. So simply having you by my side meant the world to me. Besides which, Mochida, you're just naturally very kind. No more so than anyone else. Well, this is shaping up to be rather heartwarming, isn't it? When it's my turn, I get major stomach surgery, and she just gets a fever? Seems a little mismatched, if you ask me. I'm so thirsty. Water, please. Okay, hold on just 1 second. Miss Yui stood up, but then was faced with a dilemma. There's no water in the infirmary. I've got something to drink. Sachiko cheerfully produced a plastic bottle and handed it to Miss Yui. Uh-oh. I don't like the sound of this. It's gonna be like piss or something, because this game is fucking gross. But we might as well take it. Thank you, I'll take it. Miss Yui grabbed the plastic bottle and opened the cap. Satoshi was moaning in pain. I need to give him this right away. Mochida, here, drink this. Miss Yui held the lip of the plastic bottle to Satoshi's mouth. Oh. Satoshi took one gulp and held the liquid in his mouth for a moment. I figured it'd be something gross. All of a sudden, he bolted up from the bed, screaming. Oh, what's wrong? Satoshi was writhing in agony, a blackish red fluid dribbling down his chin. It looked very much like blood, but not fresh blood. Oh. Dog bark. What happened? Is that blood? But all I did was drink water. Miss Yui looked down at the plastic bottle. You dumbass! The liquid inside the bottle, which had appeared clear before, was now that same blackish red hue. What is this? It reeks! The smell wafting from the open lid of the bottle was pungent, like rusted iron mixed with decay. Miss Yui gagged a bit, forcing back the urge to vomit. What is this? It's clearly not water. I scooped it up from the last place. The last place? The body pool! Oh, great. Ugh! The body pool, where the blood and viscera of countless corpses intermingled with their rotting remains. Hell, even by Heavenly Host standards. That's horrible! Gotcha! Very good practical joke, Sachiko. Very good. Put yourself together, Mochida. Satoshi spit out what was in his mouth and vomited a bit more for good measure. This is gonna help him in the end, ain't it? Miss Yui then helped him back to the bed and laid him face up to recover. I'm so sorry. Tiny beads of sweat were forming on Satoshi's forehead. Miss Yui took out a handkerchief and quietly, gently wiped them away. It's so odd. I feel so at peace when I'm doing this. It's like when I cared for Tsukasa. I don't know why, though. They don't look at all alike. Miss Yui? Yes? Yeah. Is he talking in his sleep? How adorable. Miss Yui smiled and began gently stroking Satoshi's forehead. Seriously? They're acting like lovers or something. Grr! I don't like this. Comforting and sweeping Satoshi while he's recovering from a cold is what I would have wanted to do here. And just look at her face. It's like she's staring into the eyes of her boyfriend or something. Doesn't she realize he's her student? Fine, see if I care. Naomi spun around in a bit of a tizzy, but her wide hips knocked a small bottle off the desk beside her. Ah! The glass bottle broke, and the clear liquid therein came pouring out. The liquid flowed down an imperceptible crevice in the floor all the way to the bed. Then all of a sudden, the suited-out space heater in the center of the room came roaring to life, a fire sparking out of nowhere in its chamber. Great, you knocked over frickin' gasoline or something. Nag, fire! Yuka, who had been leaning against the stove, yelped and jumped backward at the sudden appearance of flames right next to her. And as a result of this movement, the heater toppled over, lighting the spilled fluid on the ground in the process. Oh, Satoshi's dead. Whatever was in that bottle evidently had a rather high alcohol content. Great! The flame quickly traveled down the path left behind by the spilled liquid, like a cartoon fuse heading toward a cannon. Once it got to the bed, it immediately licked its way up the sheets, setting the entire bed ablaze. The dummy doll lying there was utterly engulfed almost instantaneously. Ah! Hot! Eek! Mochida! Burning! The love between these two has gotten too hot to even handle. This is horrible! Big brother! Mochida, hang in there! Water! I need water! I'm turning the faucet, but nothing's coming out now. Let's try to put out the flames. The infirmary was an absolute din of screams at this point. Look at him burn! Might be good to put it out sometime soon, though. It's starting to climb up the walls. You see, that is this. It sounds just like it. What the fuck? Sachiko snapped her fingers. And just like that, the fire was gone. Relieved sigh. Great. Okay, so that wasn't a wrong end. I thought Satoshi was just going to get charred to death. But whatever. Well, that was quite the happening. Definitely not an event to be missed. So let's tally the score, shall we? We'll start with the nursing category. Gonna be a fucking 2. Sachiko raised her sign. What? Oh, you got a 9. Naomi only got an 8. We have a new high score for this category. They were like a newlywed couple. It was great. Yes, that makes total sense. Such nurturing care and such innocence. Miss Shishido truly was like the very model of a young wife, wasn't she? So now the question is, what was her lovey-dovey score like? Sachiko held up another sign. Oh, only a 5 this time. That's harsh. I wanted to see more romantic comedy. Oh, for sure. Not sure why she didn't go for mouth-to-mouth feeding when she had the chance. Her embarrassment cost her the top spot. With 14 points, she is now in 2nd place. I just couldn't. Not with a student. Alright, who's got number 3? 2 more people left. I'm gonna guess it's Yuka. God damn it, I suck at this. I do. Oh, Ayumi makes her grand debut. What's her confidence level like? Not high. But in times of crisis, I tend to stay calm. No, you don't. And put my full effort into what I do. Like burning paper. Great job. And also almost getting your head chopped off. Good job. And that's why you're the class representative. I'm sure we can all count on you to deliver. I'm at my limit. What are you saying, Satoshi? We've been returning you back to normal afterwards, so everything should be hunky-dory, right? But I'm in constant pain during these challenges. I keep feeling like I'm dying. You'll get over it. Even labor pains, which studies suggest would cause men to die of shock, and are are forgotten postnatally. What is that word? What's postnatally mean? So I'm sure you can handle a little thing like the throes of death 2 more times. Are you not familiar with the concepts of trauma and PTSD? Probably not. Satsuki just smiled and let Satoshi's comments pass right through her. Sachiko, we beg of you. Sachiko nodded drowsily yet again and snapped her fingers yet again. Fucking hell. Dog bark again. Great. The door to the infirmary suddenly rolled open with a clatter. Oh, great. And in walked Yoshikazu to a litany of horrified screams from the startled onlookers. Eek! It certainly stood to reason they'd scream, too. He was, after all, a rather creepy-looking giant of a man wielding a massive bloodstained hammer. Did any of these people actually meet Yoshikazu? No. I don't think any of them did they? Ayumi might have. No, she totally didn't. Huh. Wrong. Alright, everyone, it's time for a fun guest. Please welcome Yoshikazu. Now you need to clap. Yoshikazu let out a slight groan and hobbled his way over toward where Satoshi stood. Yeep! Ayumi could feel her body freezing up in fear, and her teeth were chattering. No! Please! It was like this meek request had been wrung out of her. She could barely get out even a single syllable without tremendous effort. Stay away from Mochida! Ayumi stepped between Yoshikazu and Satoshi, determined to protect her charge at all costs. Do it! Oh! Ah! Ayumi stood no chance. Yoshikazu pushed her aside like she wasn't even there. He then approached the dummy doll and raised his hammer. Crunch. With his first swing, he directly struck the dummy's legs. Hard. They didn't just break, they twisted and contorted in entirely unnatural directions. Hehehe! Yoshikazu's hammer was then brought down again, and again, and again, mercilessly striking the dummy over and over. Please, just stop! I know it's only a dummy, but Mochida is going to feel the same pain! Which means, if I fail my challenge... Stop! Before she knew what she was doing, Ayumi leaped onto Yoshikazu and began grappling with him. Oh! Ah! Once again, with little effort, Yoshikazu managed to shake her off rather violently, tossing her to the floor in the process. Shinozaki! That's enough, blockhead. Roar! His duty fulfilled, the beast swiftly turned and sauntered out of the infirmary once more. In his wake, he left the dummy doll with thoroughly smashed arms and legs. Out of humanity! Such a state that dummy is in, and if Ayumina can't provide proper medical treatment in time, Satoshi will soon look just like it. Good luck, Ayumina! Guess I'd better hurry. Let's see. Ayumi scurried over to the large cabinet against the wall. Bandages, gauze, and something I can use as a splint. She opened the cabinet door. It's nothing but bottles! No bandages in sight! Guess I'll have to make do with my handkerchief. Ah, there's a ruler on the desk. My legs! Satoshi's legs had turned red and were beginning to swell. Ayumi felt the pulpy mess that used to be a set of legs on the dummy doll. First things first, I need to reset the bone. Gently, after sussing out the general shape and position of one of the doll's legs, Ayumi wrapped both hands around it. She then pulled with every last ounce of strength she could muster. I need to place the splint, then tie it with the handkerchief. Ayumi carefully affixed the ruler in place. That should take care of his right leg. Now I just need to do something about the left leg and both arms. Ayumi continued to rush around frantically, trying her best to address as many of Satoshi's wounds in the time allotted as humanly possible. Ugh! What's wrong, Mochida? The pain is becoming unbearable. The pain? Ayumi had performed what was essentially advanced first aid, but then it just dawned on her that she'd done nothing at all to account for Satoshi's pain. I'm so sorry! Shinozaki, it's okay. I can... Mochida really suffering. If only there was some way I could relieve his pain. Just a little bit. That's right. I've got holy water in my pocket. I don't know how much that'll help, but okay. Ayumi produced a tiny bottle from the pocket of her nurse's uniform, which she transferred over from her school uniform when she got changed. Naho Sayanoki, whom she respected quite a lot, had been selling these through her website. This will make your wish come true. That's the claim she made anyway? Oh, it's great, so you're gonna do some stupid voodoo occult bullshit. Great job. Ayumi opened the bottle. At this point, winning this competition and scoring a kiss from Satoshi was the farthest thing from her mind. She just wanted to spare him from his suffering. That was all that mattered. Drink this! It's holy water! It should get rid of your pain! More of your famous occult charms, Shinozaki? That's right. It was my charm that started all this. That's the reason we all wound up in Heavenly Host in the first place. A mixture of feelings were swimming around within her now. A storm of repentance and regret. Ayumi took a deep breath. Nothing's going to happen if I expend all my energy regretting what I've done in the past. I need to concentrate on this moment and do my best to break through it. Try drinking it. Ayumi poured the holy water into Satoshi's mouth, slowly and carefully. How is it? Huh? Actually, the pain is... Ayumi's eyes lit up at the thought that she may have helped Satoshi feel better, but before he could finish his sentence... Sachiko snapped her fingers and everything more or less reset. Oh god, she's pissed. Sachiko? She used contraband, so I stopped her short. Oh dear! The existence of holy water in this scenario does not seem to have met with Sachiko's approval. Good hustle though, Ayumina. And the surprise visit by Yoshikazu really helped liven things up, didn't it? Now it's time to calculate the score. We'll start with the nursing quotient. Sachiko? Sachiko held up one of her signs. Ooh, not a great score. Only a 6. Her performance was adequate. Yes, that was a fairly simple and crude bone setting procedure. It was somewhat in the box, wasn't it? Let's see your score for the lovey-dovey quotient, though. Sachiko held up another sign. Wow, a 9! That's a new record for this category. I really liked when she tried to protect him from the blockhead. So heroic actions translate into points. Interesting. Seems Ayumina's total score is 15, placing her in second. Our current frontrunner is Naomi, with Miss Shishido in a bit of a bind. Will this be the end for Miss Shishido's prospects? Or could our final nurse bump her up to a respectable third? Either way, it's time for that last contestant to strut her stuff. Give it up for Yukes! Okay. Yuka nervously stepped forward. Well, how will Satoshi be put through this time? At least I can take some comfort in knowing this is the last one. Sachiko, we beg of you. Sachiko lazily nodded and snapped her fingers. And reflexively, Satoshi tensed up, putting himself on guard. He knew whatever awaited him, it wouldn't be good. Slowly and steadily, a rope that ended in a noose lowered itself from the ceiling, draping itself around the dummy doll's neck. Oh, okay. That's... I thought the ailment was going to be severe depression. Huh! The noose tightened itself, then began lifting the dummy doll into the air. Better hurry, Yukes. If you don't, Satoshi's gonna be in a bad way. It's squeezing in on my neck. What do I do? What do I do? I need to get it down. Yuka frantically started glancing all around the infirmary for anything she might be able to use. There's a chair. With the chair, Yuka was able to support the dummy, but she couldn't quite undo the rope. What now? Here, use these. I didn't think she'd still be here. Toko produced a big pair of scissors from somewhere, naturally. These should be able to cut the rope. Thank you very much. But why does she have these with her? Just in case. Big brother, hang on! Yuka climbed up on the chair, stood on her tippy toes, and stretched her arm up to the rope, which she then handily cut using Toko's scissors. The dummy doll fell to the ground in a heap. Big brother, hang in there! Yuka forcefully shook the dummy doll. Ugh. Satoshi's entire head looked bloodshot, and the only sound he was able to make was a throaty hiss that sounded decidedly uncomfortable. Big brother, stay right there! Big brother? He didn't answer. His red eyes protruded from his skull, open but unseeing. Big brother's not breathing. Yuka began convulsing despite herself. No!
All the wounds he suffered have been undone up till now. But if he dies, will he be brought back to life?
Yuka turned to look at Sachiko, as if seeking to intuit an answer from her. And Sachiko was smiling widely back at her.
I remember meeting Sachiko before. When I did, I think she betrayed my trust. I have to save him on my own.
Yuka placed the palms of her hands on Satoshi's chest. She began pushing down with all the force she could muster.
I only know about this from watching others, but I'm pretty sure this is how you do CPR.
Yuka, keep it up! She kept attempting CPR on Satoshi.
What do I do? I can't get him to start breathing again. Do I do mouth to mouth? But how do I do it? Am I supposed to hold his nose shut? And how many seconds do I wait between each breath? I just don't know what to do.
Yuka began sobbing uncontrollably.
Ah! Big brother. Ah!
Just then, Satoshi started coughing violently. Somehow or another, he'd come back.
Big brother!
Yuka immediately threw her arms around her newly resuscitated brother.
Thank goodness. Satoshi.
I'm so glad he made it. The onlookers all breathed a sigh of relief as well. That was a pretty stunning display of sisterly love, Sachiko.
It was funny.
Sachiko snapped her fingers. That was a pretty quick one. That had a little bit of everything. Some help from the audience, some touch-and-go moments, truly a tour de force. Time for the scoring now. How's the nursing look, Sachiko? Sachiko raised her sign. Wow, there we have it! A 9, everybody!
I like that she tried so many different methods of saving him.
That cooperative play, too, really heightened the impact of everything. Now, what about the lovey-dovey score? Sachiko held up the same sign once again. Wow, another 9! Which means... that's a total of 18! Yuka has stolen the lead!
Thank you very much!
That also means our weakest link here is Miss Shishido. I'm afraid you're going to need to sit out the next round. Aw, how disappointing. I mean, to be fair, she deserves last. Satoshi got set on fire, like... But Toko is back in the game, so yay! Now, are you all ready to head to the next location? Here we are, everybody, the science lab. It's time for the ultimate appeal. How the fuck? Okay, how the fuck? Keep those spirits high and push yourselves to the limit. It's time to devote yourselves to your master in the Maid Showdown. Oh, I thought it was going to be science related. Great.
Maid? Does that mean we're going to be sweeping up and stuff? No, silly. I want to go to a maid cafe. Ah, that kind of maid.
Sachiko has expressed a sincere desire to see a real-life maid.
Somehow, I have a bad feeling about this.
Naturally. Somebody, spare me, please. After having been chased all over creation and brought to the brink of death numerous times over, Satoshi was quite thoroughly exhausted. Oh my, are you tired, Master? Allow these 4 maids to service your every need. So without further ado, let's get you all changed. Here we go. And then they show a trailer for the next Smash character. With a snap of her fingers, the 4 challengers... oh, great, apt. Suddenly found their bodies wrapped in a glowing white light. Presenting your 4 adorable maid candidates. What? Suddenly, the 4 girls were all standing before Satoshi, wearing 4 very different types of maid outfit. First up, we have Naomi. She's wearing what you might call the standard maid outfit, a navy blue dress with a white apron. Next, we have Ayumi, who's got the sophisticated Victorian maid vibe going, with her long blue dress and an absolutely lovely courtier Katyusha headdress. I don't know how to pronounce a lot of these words. And then there's Toko, with an erotic pink little number. Her micro mini is so tiny you can almost see her panties. And the piece de resistance, cat ears. And finally there's Yuks, dressed all in aqua and white just like Alice. It's like she leaped right out of the pages of a fairy tale. Why not go ask her? Sachiko clapped her hands. She seemed to be really enjoying this. I see you there with your mouth agape, Satoshi. So what do you think? Tell us your honest opinion. Well, I think they all look cute. The master seems quite happy. So you're off to a good start, but now comes the fun part. You need to use the items on the desks to service as every whim. Start! It's not much of a challenge. At Satsuki's urging, Naomi, Ayumi, Yuka, and Toko each reluctantly examined the items on the desks in the science lab. They consisted of a serving tray with a silver lid, a teapot, an ear pick, and a nice suit. This is... What do we do with these? Flashing a sidelong glance at the other three as they stood in place, Ayumi darted forward and grabbed one of the items. And the first move is Ayumina's! She's got the suit in hand. Ayumi took a look at the suit she'd nabbed. She picked a good item to work with, but she seems confused on what exactly to do with it now. But of course that's silly. The thing to do with the suit is help your master change into it. What? Change? That's right. First though, the clothes he's wearing now need to come off, of course. Come off? Satoshi looked flustered, but he didn't see that he had much choice. He began undoing his buttons. Stop! That's all wrong! Ayumina has to do it. What did you fucking expect, guys? Huh? What? Ayumi's face turned beet red. I can't do that. You're the one who picked the suit, though, aren't you? Ayumi hesitated, but after a few moments, she very slowly and gingerly reached her hand towards Satoshi. Mochida? Master! Call him Master! Master? Her face was as red as humanly possible now. Please allow me to change your clothes. Ayumi slowly began to unbutton Satoshi's shirt. Her hands were shaking, but she pushed onward, undoing one after another. Shinozaki, I really think I should be the one doing this. And so he did. Without waiting for confirmation, Satoshi just yanked off the shirt from his school uniform in silence. Although he was wearing a blue t-shirt underneath, Ayumi still averted her eyes as soon as she realized the shirt was indeed coming off. Nothing doing! You have to let the maid do it for you. I really would rather do it myself, though. Before giving anyone a chance to object, he grabbed the dress shirt from the suit and hurriedly put it on. Boo! Well, Miss Maid, at least tie his necktie for him, okay? Huh? Ayumi held the navy blue necktie in her hands. She draped it around Satoshi's neck very gingerly, but that's where her movement stopped. How do you tie one of these again? I guess first you cross the two ends, then you pull the one end through the resulting loop. Huh? Ayumi tried her best to tie Satoshi's tie, but just wound up creating a square knot. Ties are tough anyways, and they're fucking stupid. What now? Ayumi lifted her head up from what she was doing, still confused as to how to tie this thing, only to realize just how close she was to Satoshi's face. Ah! She quickly took a step back. She had been so close she could actually feel his breath. I've never seen Mochida's face from so close before. Shinozaki, I'll take it from here. Satoshi and Ayumi's hands touched. Ayumi, flustered, quickly withdrew hers. Oh, sorry. My, such innocence. Are we just about done here? Hey, Satoshi, Master? Naomi had chosen the teapot. You see, that's an easy one. Please, allow me to prepare you some tea. Sure. She set down a beaker in front of him. This is all I have to work with. Even though I've got the teapot, there are no cups. It sucks. Naomi poured a beaker full of steaming hot black tea from the teapot. Please, enjoy. Thanks. Satoshi slowly, nervously raised the beaker to his lips. Sorry, is it too hot? Satoshi set down the beaker. Hey now, Miss Maid. You've got to do the foo-foo thing. Foo-foo. How is foo-foo? Blowing on it to cool it down so he can drink it. It's part of your maidly appeal in this situation. Naomi's face did what all the faces had been doing for a while now and turned red. Why do I have to do such a stupid thing like that? Because you're the maid. Satsuki's blunt answer caused Naomi to shrink back a little. Fine. Naomi picked up the beaker. Here you are, Satoshi.
I mean, Master. Thanks. Naomi was slightly taken aback by Satoshi's smile. This is a special occasion, you know? Not something I do every day. Naomi suddenly started spouting off some rather flippant lines. Without knowing it, she turned tsundere. Great. Satoshi downed the entire beaker of tea. I know, but it's delicious. Very refreshing. I'm ever so pleased to hear it. Satoshi found himself unable to contain himself. At the sound of Naomi speaking in such strained formalities, he let a small sputtery laugh slip. Naomi instantly followed suit. Really is fun being with him. Something smells really good. Big brother, Master! Yuka, wearing her Alice-covered maid outfit, was standing next to Satoshi. It's dinner time! Yuka had chosen the silver platter. An omelet for dinner? Is that commonplace? Oh, a rice omelet, der. And under the lid was a steamy, delightful-looking rice omelet. A rice omelet? Here? It's a popular item on any maid cafe's menu. It is. Okay, Yukes, show him your appeal with some ketchup. Okay. Yuka took out some ketchup. Yuka had drawn something on the egg using ketchup. And done, big brother. That's an awfully big heart you drew. Satoshi was smiling despite himself. The heart on the omelet was so big it even spilled out onto the plate. Thank you very much. It looks delicious. Ah, wait. Huh? Let me do it for you. Yuka scooped up a small portion of the rice omelet with a spoon. She then held that spoon up to Satoshi's mouth. Say, ah! I think that's a little too embarrassing, don't you? Oh, let me do the foo-foo thing, too. You can tell she really loves her big brother. What a wonderful display. She's going to get a lot of points for this. I was going to say, she's, like, doing really well for some reason. Okay, Master. Say, ah! Satoshi forced a bitter smile, feeling he had to in response to just how hard Yuka was trying here. Alright. Resigning himself to his fate, Satoshi opened his mouth, then shut it down on the entire scoop. Delicious. I'm so glad. Yuka was so happy she started clapping. Okay, next bite. Oh, wait just a moment. Yuka lowered the spoon and raised her other hand. You've got ketchup all over your mouth. With her finger, she wiped the ketchup from Satoshi's mouth. She then placed that finger in her own mouth with a distinct nom. It is good. Jesus Christ. What the hell kind of relationship do these two have? Aren't they brother and sister? Now, that's none of your business, is it, Toko? It is your turn at bat, though. Get to eroticizing, little lady. Toko crumpled her face with disdain. Last at the party once more, she'd begrudgingly taken the ear pick? Why'd it have to be the ear pick? You have to clean his ears? Great, that's no fun. In fact, why was that even one of the options? It's a pretty popular maid item in places like Akihabara and Ikebukuro, didn't you know? Of course not. So I just have to pick his ears and that'll be that, right? Fine. Toko flashed Satoshi a frighteningly intense look. Come here, you. That's your master you're speaking to. Watch how you address him. Shut up already, God! Satoshi very hesitantly and begrudgingly sat down in a chair next to Toko. Is this okay? Let's just get this over with. Toko raised the pick to Satoshi's ear and was just about to jam it in when Satsuki called out to her. Hold it! That's not how you do it. Huh? You're supposed to have him rest his head on your lap. Why the hell is that part of this? Because you're the maid. What? Come on, just do it. Alright, already. Although obviously not comfortable with this, Toko slowly sat on the floor with her knees out. Okay, lie down. Just hurry it up. Toko slapped her thighs as if to say, right here, but the act came across a bit more violently due to her obvious irritation. She can say to hurry it up all she likes, but this is me pressing my cheek against her bare legs. Probably getting it kind of stuck there. Toko seemed to realize the same thing after a few moments. I'll spread out a handkerchief, okay? Okay. Satoshi obediently, almost automatically, placed his head on Toko's lap. Look at his fucking face. Wow, it's really soft. And warm, too. Here we go. Yeah. Satoshi instantly shuddered at the sensation of a foreign body being inserted into his ear. Just call it an ear pick, Christ. Or a cotton swab? What the fuck? How do you clean ears with that thing? That thing's fucking whack. Hey, hold still. Okay. Not bad. There is something to be said for a more forceful maid as well. Alright, time's up. Satsuki rang a bell to indicate that the maid competition was over. And now I'm deaf in one ear. Good. Nicely done, everyone! After a brief recess, we'll announce the final tally. Until then, please think about which of you Satoshi will choose and imagine the possibilities. As soon as Satsuki and Sachiko exited the room, everyone almost immediately plopped into a chair. Ah! Man, that was exhausting. So glad it's over. By chance, she happened to glance over at Ayumi. You know, it's been bothering me for a little while now, but could the class rep actually be interested in Satoshi? Hold on, I'm gonna crack my back. Nice. Miss Yui's behavior is a little suspicious, too. What happened when he was tending to her cold? And Yuka was always really attached to her big brother, but I'm starting to wonder if it goes deeper than that. It does. Then there's Toko. Where does he even know her from? Death. Lazily, her weary gaze drifted over to Satoshi. She stared at him for a while, as if trying to unravel his mysteries. Okay, everyone, the assembly hall has been prepped, so let's all file our way in there in a nice, orderly fashion. Everyone who'd previously been warped to Classroom 1A gathered in the assembly hall. Nice job, one and all! Satoshi and the others had all changed back into their regular school uniforms, and all plopped down into chairs with a collective sigh of relief. We will finally be announcing the winner of this competition now, but before that, we'll be announcing the prize. The thing that you'll be receiving from Satoshi is... a kiss, of course. What? It really is. A kiss. A kiss, huh? Aw, I was hoping for a cat tower. A kiss? Each envisioning a different result in her head, the girls all waited patiently for the one true winner to be announced. And so, Harem King Satoshi himself will now pick one of you to receive his reward. And with it, you'll receive the coveted honor of being named the victor in Heavenly Host Elementary Harem School Days, the Great Love Maneuver. Satoshi opened his mouth, knowing that whatever came out of it next could have dire consequences. Fuck, I thought it would be a conversation. Uh-oh! We've got a choice! Ooh, and you know what that means. I'm gonna end the episode because I have to go to school very soon. Like in less than 30 minutes, and I still have to, like, I don't remember. I have to pack my bag and edit this. But so, yeah, that's gonna be it for this episode, guys. If you liked it, then be sure to press the like button, and if you didn't like it, then fuck you too. Remember to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all my videos and stuff. And as always, my name is Godzi, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye!